Hey guys, this is Cam94509, and I'm going to be playing a mod called Equivalent Exchange with a map called Skychest, I think. It's kind of like a similar map for vanilla Minecraft. This one is built specifically for Minecraft with Equivalent Exchange, which is why it has these things in a chest. This is what is required to make a philosopher's stone, which is probably the most important item, almost certainly the most important item, in the Equivalent Exchange mod. For those of you who know what Equivalent Exchange is, whatever, I suppose you can skip ahead to the next section. I probably won't put a quick thing in the video, because I'm still going to be showing off how you do the map, but it makes so you can turn pretty much anything into pretty much anything else. In this case, it lets you turn, and even since the Skychest did a video on it, it's changed slightly. In particular, this feature that I'm using right now has been added. This feature is called the transmutation. Well, it's not called. Technically, this isn't the transmutation table like it used to be. This is just the transmutation interface or something. I don't know what it's called now, but it used to be a physical block and it was different. But now everything has a value, like you see here. Dirt, you'll see, has a value of 1. Leaves also have a value of 1, which is why I keep turning in the leaves, because they're easy to get to. I suppose, actually, given the new features, I could go... I suppose they added targeting. I also kind of forgot about something important here, which is that I'm running a mod called Convenient Inventory, which... yeah. Make some things more convenient, and actually make some things less convenient with Equivalent Exchange, because it, in particular, the Alt key selects everything you can do from a place, but it also means that means anywhere on the screen where you can grab a block like that, it does. So Alt is, but Alt's kind of like what Shift was in vanilla Minecraft, but Shift instead just moves one stack of something. You'll notice that so I still have small lag spikes. I did a video on this earlier, and I was having just awful lag. I do not know what's going on. I installed a mod called Optifine, and hopefully that will make the lag more bearable. It certainly looks a little nicer than it was then, but I mean, I'm still getting the weird inconsistent performance. I may go into some of the more advanced versions of Optifine, and I just go back to the normal version and see how well that works, because I never actually tried that. I tried to do a video on this earlier, as I said, so I sort of have a plan for what I'm going to do here. You'll see that I'm putting 8 dirt in there. That's so that I can get one of these, a sapling. I swear there's something wrong here. Oh. Well, I made a few mistakes. This is a problem, actually. I know. So, I wanted to do something, and you'll see what it is in a moment, because I'm actually going to be able to do it, but it's going to have to require some quick workaround, so that, here goes. Nope. No, okay, this isn't working. Shoot. So, the plan, which obviously is not going to work, was rather clever. I wonder if I cycle through I wonder if I can make this out of string. Or just any dye. I wanted to make bone meal, and then use that on a tree sapling. Obviously that's not going to work here. Does rotten flesh turn into dye? I'm back turned into red wool. Not technically very useful, but whatever, it's something. What about paper? Can I use anything with paper? At this point I'm just desperate. You probably figured it out already. I made a sugar cane. Not, of course, that's at all useful to me. Alright, so I messed this up pretty bad, yeah. I had a plan. Sadly, that plan will not be. So we're going to go with this instead. The lag spike's getting worse again. I do not know what is going on. This has been happening. I'm gonna try something. I'll be right back. Alright, so I know what the problem is. The problem is my recording software. If I turn the recording software off, I don't get these bad lag spikes. I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna go a little further in the whole Optifine thing, and hopefully I'll be able to make these even better, and just get through this purely by making Minecraft easier to run. But again, this is really bad. Yeah, this is bad. Alright, so after that little moment of silence caused by me having to cut a moment from the video, we're not looking a lot better. I mean, it's kind of funny because the lag spikes are... If anything, it just wants me to kill the restaurant performance so that, you know... Optifine is doing great things for our performance, guys. Sadly, even multi-threading and all that doesn't solve the underlying problem, which is that just recording my screen is causing me serious issues. This is really trippy, actually. I'm gonna turn my graphics settings all the way up, see if there's anything I have down. Yeah, no, this is something I can make worse here. Other than view volume, which I refuse to play with. This is motion sickening enough. So yeah, we have a bit of an issue here, which is I made my performance better. Sadly, my current recording software is causing me to have those lag spikes you see down at the bottom. And I'm running this, you know, smooth, multi-threaded, all that stuff. This is actually really dramatic. You see a really dramatic effect. Sadly, really dramatic effect or no, Camtasia Studio is not happy with me. It's just, it does not like Minecraft. So I do not know what I'm going to do about this. This is really kind of bad news. If anybody has any ideas of what I can do, post them in the comments. This is really strange. I mean, it's bad enough that Minecraft keeps telling me that I have a 64-bit of Java installed, like the 32-bit Java installation. I actually have a 64, but it doesn't really matter. But I keep trying to update. I keep trying to make this better, and I just keep making it worse by actually improving my performance. And you know, I can only tell about the performance issue because the lag spike's the same size no matter what I'm doing. So eventually, this will actually get better as I go along because the lag spikes will be less noticeable because everything else will get harder on the game. The issue is that I'm getting, you know, 73, 80 FPS here, and so you can really see whenever the lag spike happens because, you know, I skip a couple frames. It always looks like I'm skipping a couple frames. I'm actually not. It's the opposite problem. Frames aren't happening. I think there's something I can try here which may help. Again, I'm troubleshooting on camera, which is kind of stupid, but full screen default, grass, sky, clear water off, depth fall off, better snow. No, animations. No, that's all right. Okay. Smooth FPS on. And we're back, and that is significantly better. It's still not perfect. I'm going to toy with this a bit more, but I'm going to toy with it off camera because I really shouldn't be troubleshooting on camera, so it's kind of stupid. Yeah, you can see my Camtasia Studio thing recording. Woohoo for me, I know, right? Anyway. So, after trying to make things slightly worse for myself, I have failed miserably, and appear to have made things slightly better instead. So, yeah. We're just going to run from here. Again, I'm actually trying to make my FPS slightly lower because I'm having these lag spikes that are... I'll be back in a minute again, guys. Sorry. So yeah, we're just going to run from here. I don't particularly like this, but it's much better than what I had before. The lag spikes are certainly acceptable. I don't know what to say beyond that. This is not likable, but it'll have to do. I'm gonna make a torch real quick, and we're just gonna play from here. I suppose the troubleshooting on camera showing me at least, you know, some level of, well, you tried from everybody, so, I mean, I tried really hard here. This is just nothing I can do. The recording software is just not getting along well with Minecraft, which has decided that it really likes being fast. And I've told it, you know, you can go even faster, and it's like, yay, I'll go even faster. And the recording software has decided that it's going to create those lag spikes. You can see I hate those so much. And I do not even understand what's going on there. It's really, really weird. So yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to do here. This is really, really bad in a lot of ways. So I'm going to put down some grass there. I'm going to wait for it to be day again. I was kind of smart here and put down a torch, so that'll light up that thing there. That, what's it called? That sapling. Oh hey, that I'm not going to do that again. Sorry guys. If anybody got motion sick there, sorry. Don't sue! No, JK, you're not going to sue for that. I didn't do anything illegal. Or rather, I didn't do anything you could actually sue me for. Even if you did get motion sick. Because it's not my responsibility whether or not you decide to view the video. If you, yeah, anyway, you get it. Sorry, this is, yeah, I'm sorry about this. This should have gone much faster, but I had some issues early on. Namely, I put down this line and this line. I shouldn't have done that. And I also just did that, which was even stupider. So yeah, there's that. Alright guys, I'll be back in a bit. Me just sitting here is not changing anything. Yeah. Oh look, you can see Camtasia again. Yeah, sorry. I'm recording from full screen. So we are back after like an hour of waiting. And the tree is grown. You will also notice that you will also notice that, my bad, the grass has grown significantly. So you can see why I cut there. And I now have 4 saplings, which is all I actually wanted. Because you see, when I have 4 saplings, I have 32, and a sapling into wall is 32, and that's the relevant number. You'll see why in a moment. It has to do with bone meal, and the fact that I don't know how to get bone meal the first time without having 2 wool, because you can do a thing with a philosopher's stone. So here's some things the philosopher's stone is cool for. One, we're gonna make bone meal, because well, one, we're gonna make some wool. Actually, do it like this. No, I'm not. I'll do it like this. So 2 wool. I don't need 2 wool. 2 wool equals 3 bone meal in this, because bone meal is worth the same as a sapling. Sadly, without bone meal to set in the targeting slot of the, well, I'll show that off now. Without this to put here, I can't just do this, which is pretty cool. This is the target slot. It means that you'll produce something of no greater value than that. It allows you to essentially charge the philosopher's stone with items, because you can remember words that I can't. Because with it you can. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really spacing out here. With the because you can put items in that have more value. Like, well, let's just show it off. Say I wanted to get something more valuable than a sapling out of this, but much more valuable than a sapling. So I can do this. And by doing that, I now have 68 in there, which means I can get a jack-o'-lantern. I don't really want a jack-o'-lantern, nor do I particularly want any other stuff I made. So there's that, but hush, and just being, you know, just showing stuff off.